going to be importing a few photos, and we're going to be using this grid right here that I've given you guys. So first things first, let's check some folders and make sure these eyeballs are hidden. If you have the Snow Creek or the Farce Road one open, click those eyeballs to get rid of them. The other one that we want to get rid of right now too is text. We don't need that at the moment. If you click the arrow by this folder here in stocks, it will expand it. There's one that I recommend hiding at the moment, and that is Ground Texture 2 and Ground Texture 1. Click those eyeballs to get rid of them. Then you can go ahead and re-click the collapse arrow that collapses the stock folder. Now, your one, let's make it with a new folder. So, folders, where are they? We haven't used them yet, to my knowledge, I think. Down here in the bottom of your layers windows, you will find an icon that looks like an actual folder. If you hover over it, it'll say Create New Group. Go ahead and click that, and you'll see that Group 1 appears, probably at the top, or if it didn't, you can click and drag it and move it to the top. If you double-click on the text of Group 1, you can then rename it. I'm going to call mine, example, Desert. I like building these. I might continue to expand this file. So now with that expanded, we can import a photo into the file. Follow my cursor here over to the right, and you'll see that it changes to a sideways arrow. I'm going to pause here so you get a really good look at this thing. Then what I recommend is clicking and dragging to the left so that you can see all your files out here on the right. The first one you want is your top photo. So we're going to go ahead and click and drag that into Photoshop and let go. First things first is hit enter. Don't worry about resizing it yet, just simply hit enter. It should render, the quality should look pretty good. The second thing that we want to do is make sure that our move tool is set up correctly. The move tool is located in the top left, its hotkey is V, and once you have the move tool selected, you're going to want to go over here to the center of the screen and you're looking for a button that says Show Transform Controls. Make sure this is selected. While it's selected, you'll see that you have a box around your object that you can click and drag to expand its size, and then hit enter and the quality will adjust. If you don't see that box, like it's hidden right now, that's because Show Transform Control is not yet selected. So make sure it's selected. All right, going over to our layers. When I imported Top Photo, it didn't go into the folder. So what we have to do is we have to click and drag it so that it highlights blue over the folder and then let go. You should see that it's like tabbed in a little bit like it is here. That way, if I were to hide the whole folder, the image is also hidden itself. I'm just going to go ahead and relatively center this photo kind of where I think I might want it, and maybe even downscale a little bit, just enough so that it fits, and then I'll hit enter. I'm actually going to eyeball out the photo right now because I need to see this box. The next tool that we're using is under the Lasso Tool, the third tool down from the top. If you click and hold, I want you to look for Polygonal Lasso Tool right here. So you have to click and hold on the Lasso Tool and then grab this one. So go ahead and do that now, Polygonal Lasso Tool. Then, starting over here at the left side of your image, I'm going to hold Command and hit plus to zoom in. Oh, too much. Right there. You're going to click once. That will start a selection. Then go click on the bottom center of this cube. Then click on the right side, the top side, and then work your way back to the start, and you'll see that it snaps. A little circle will appear by your lasso tool, and that's how you know that you're closing your selection. So go ahead and click, and you should see that it turns to a dotted line. What we can then do is eyeball back in our photo. You'll notice now that I could actually fit a lot more of this if I wanted to, but we're going to go with just this for right now. While your photo's selected, you can go down here to the bottom and you can add a layer mask with the button that I'm currently hovered over. So go ahead and check that out and then click it, and you'll see that the rest goes away. This looks great as is, but maybe I want to do a couple more edits. Maybe I actually want to zoom out a little bit more and try to get some of that other image in there. See this link icon right here? For the first time, compared to other projects, we don't want that selected. Then, you want to make sure that you have your photo selected right here. You can tell by the box. Go back to the Move tool, or V, and I can move the image around and it stays in the layer mask itself. So maybe I want more dunes in it than are in there currently, and maybe I want to downsize it just a little bit and then hit it. Yeah. Again, you don't really want sky in it because I don't think that makes sense, so I want to make sure that blue sky doesn't come in. And then I'll just deselect the blue tool, whatever, just to get a better look at it. Alright, that was part 2 of importing the top photo. Part 3, next class, we'll be getting the textures on the side. Alright, take care.